Hello, beautiful souls. Thank you guys for joining me. This is going to be a video for the collective whole for today, October 27th. And we have a lot going on, you guys. A lot of you guys have been going through major DNA upgrades. A lot of us are feeling extremely exhausted and tired. I know I have been very tired, you guys, for like the last 2 or 3 days. It's been like extreme exhaustion for me. So I still have been working, doing my readings, going to the gym here, here and there, but not every day. I've been so tired. And I just got a new kitty, you guys. She's only like 3 or 4 weeks old, so that's been a lot of work because you gotta hold them all the time and they're meowing a lot, and you're constantly like giving them attention. So there's been a lot of new energies coming in for all of us. A lot of us are just really completely releasing and letting go of our past, which includes, toxic relationships, family, friendships, anything that is just no longer serving us. We are releasing at this time. Spirit is telling me for you guys in the collective, there is a very big energy of fast movement, like acceleration of energies coming in. They're hitting planet Earth right now. So a lot of you guys that are deeply spiritual or you read up on things like this, you'll understand that the Earth's frequency is changing, the timelines are shifting. There is an energy that is gaining momentum and picking up at this time. So as we are acclimating to these new energies that are flooding planet Earth, we really need to take some time out for ourselves, you guys. So this is an important time to definitely heal, to keep being in the process of purging, releasing, and letting go of anything that is not serving you. But this is also going to be a very, very beautiful, powerful time of new beginnings coming to our lives, because we are getting the Wheel of Fortune that is coming out for the collective. So we are beginning a brand new cycle, a new chapter in our lives that is going to lead to better things, okay? New opportunities, new people, new relationships. So we just kind of got to be patient at this time, you guys, because we all are experiencing a major heavy releasing, purging. A lot of emotional things from the past are still coming up that we're needing to deal with. So as the days go by, you guys, just make sure you're getting plenty of rest and sleep. Make sure you're meditating. You're taking some time out for yourself to breathe, to get out in nature, to ground, walk in the grass, okay? I actually need to do some of these things because I've been sleeping a lot, but I've also been working a lot. I literally only took one day off, which was Monday, and I've been working. I worked 7 days last week, and I just got a new kitten. So I've been very busy with work and my new kitty, and I am trying to get a lot of rest and sleep, but it's hard, but we need to balance our spiritual life and our practical life. So we do need to balance work with play and giving ourselves downtime to relax and ground and meditate. So let's go ahead and jump right in, you guys. I just want to share with you that there is a major shift happening for everyone, okay? So people, you're all gonna feel this in different ways. Some people are actually having physical ascension symptoms where they feel sick, where they might get dizzy, they might get vertigo, or some of you guys are just feeling extremely exhausted. I'm hearing the divine feminine is feeling extremely exhausted at this time. So it's an energy to really regain your balance and really rest and heal at this time as we're feeling exhausted, because we're taking in so many new energies, and at the same time we are purging and releasing old energies, our old selves and old ways of being that is not in our highest good anymore. It's time to emerge into a higher version of who we are meant to be. Okay, so the first message I have for you guys in the collective whole for today, October 27th, is the energy is gaining momentum, and this is representing the waxing moon cycle. So that's what I was saying, you guys. This like flew out of my deck when I asked Spirit, what does the collective need to know? What is really happening at this time? This like flew out of my deck, okay? So Spirit is saying the energy is gaining momentum. It's picking up. We're closing old chapters in our lives, and we're really gaining this sense of momentum where things are going to be moving forward at a quick pace. And it's already happening now. You may not feel it entirely, but there is an acceleration of energy that is happening. So let's go ahead and read this message, you guys, and we're going to see what Spirit is saying with this card, okay? So the energy is gaining momentum, and you guys will have to let me know if this applies to your life, okay? And this is the waxing moon cycle. So let's read this one and we will see what it says. Okay, waxing moon, waxing moon. Let me see, where are you at? There it is. Okay, guys, so the waxing moon, this is what it's saying. During the waxing moon cycle, hope springs eternal. This card is a very positive omen indicating that you can create the reality you're dreaming of, though it will take some work and you're not quite there yet. This is a time of energies rising up. Emotions are building too. Where do you want to go, and do you believe you can get there? Either you can just keep meditating and focusing on your desired outcome, or you can make the courageous commitment to take more practical steps towards your goals. Whichever you decide, you are most certainly on the right track. So Spirit wants you to know that whatever it is you're working towards at this time, whether it is a new job, a new career, focusing on your business, they're saying you need to understand that you are headed in the right direction and the energy is gaining momentum. So it's a very positive omen, and it indicates that you can create the reality you're dreaming of. Now, Spirit is saying the situation you're asking about is full of potential. Your dream can come true. More effort is yet required. Are you willing to give it? And review your goals and ensure you're still committed and keep moving forwards. Okay, so the waxing cycle is the period of the lunar cycle from new moon to full moon. And during this time, the moon appears to be slightly bigger and rounder every night. This is a very empowered and empowering time. And this is a very promising card. It suggests now is the time to make plans and to act on them no matter when you actually pull the card. So this is a time of making plans, you guys. Spirit is saying the energy is picking up. Things are going to be moving and accelerating. And if you want to manifest something big in your life, whether this be a new job, a new career, starting your own business, starting your own YouTube channel, maybe some of you guys are wanting to make more money or have, your finances improve or get better. Spirit is saying just to keep taking action, and more effort might actually be required of you. So are you willing to give it? So keep moving forward no matter what comes across your path, you guys. We're always gonna have obstacles and challenges, and we just gotta keep moving forward towards our dreams and really take the time to believe in yourself and be grounded within, okay? So this is beautiful, you guys. I love the energy. It's amazing. Now, the next message is a fiery climax approaches, and this is the full moon in Aries. So we actually just had this full moon in Aries not that long ago. I think it was, it was only like a week ago. So the full moon in Aries, you guys, was on October 20th. And this was really a fiery climax, came to the surface. So a lot of you guys ended karmic relationships. A lot of you guys could have got really angry at a person and gotten a fight or argument and cut off all communication from them. Some of you guys could have ended a job or got fired, or just something, maybe a battle took place with someone else, whatever it may be, you guys. There was a very fiery, emotional climax that took place during the full moon in Aries, and that was around October 20th. So this could also be taking place in your life now, where you're still clearing old energies or old people in your life. But we're going to read more about this, you guys, and see what this full moon in Aries is really all about, because this energy is coming out for today for you guys in the collective. So let's see what the full moon in Aries is saying. Okay, so a fiery climax approaches. It's time to see if you've been a little bit too much me, me, me. There's a tug of war going on between what you want and what someone else wants, but you'll have to wait a little while to see what's going to happen next. As you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation as sensitively as you could have done. If you know deep down that you've been a little rash or harsh, gone too fast, or overstepped the mark, then accept that on some level you've created the situation yourself, which means you can create your way out of it too. when this card comes up, a peak is coming and it could be fiery. So some of you guys with the energy is gaining momentum. You could have got into an argument or fight with someone from your past that you blocked communication with, or you ended a relationship with. Whatever this might be for you guys, it was something that had to do with anger coming up. It could have been jealousy, resentment towards someone, or there was just some sort of fiery climax, a peak that took place for you guys. And I feel like for a lot of you, whatever happened around the full moon in Aries, and maybe coming back to revisit you so that you can close out that cycle in a positive way with someone, or if it had to do with a job situation or relationship. I feel there's an energy of this person reaching out to communicate with you, or spirit could be saying to reach out to them. Maybe there's some conclusion that needs to take place, because whatever way the situation was approached, it may not have been approached in a positive manner. It could have been a fight or argument, or something that was like overly aggressive, where the person was being more about themselves, maybe being like me, me, me. So there could be a tug of war going on between you and another person is what I'm feeling. And Spirit is saying, be nice, be kind, smile, and be polite as you navigate to where you want to be. Being assertive is good. Just don't ride roughshod over anyone. If you're in a tense situation, meditate your way to peace. Don't be a baby, and you need to have more fun. So emotions are rising very high, you guys, in the collective, even at this time, as a lot of us are, working through our issues of the past, clearing karmic cycles, trying not to repeat past mistakes that we've made, whether it was in a relationship or a job situation or with a family member or friend. Whatever's been taking place, you guys, we're still really purging and releasing a lot of those old energies as we're stepping up into our power and rising into who we're meant to become, okay? So along with that, you guys, the next message that came out from my Moonology deck is surrender to the divine, and this does represent the full moon. So we just had the full moon in Aries, and now we have the full moon again coming out, and full moons represent endings and completions. So for all of you guys, I was seeing the World card coming up in the collective whole. So we are really putting an end to people in our lives that are negative or toxic, not serving our highest good in our life path, relationships, family members, job situations, even money situations, or maybe the way that you live day to day. We're ending a lot of old cycles that we know are negative for us and are not serving us in a positive way. And for many of you, this is going to take place through relationships or family members in your life, how you guys treat one another. Does your family member respect you? How do they speak to you? Do they make you feel bad about yourself? Do they support you? Okay, so a lot is taking place with relationships, but for some of you guys, if it doesn't have to do with a romantic relationship or a family member or friend, this is really about maybe career for some of you guys, where you really need to surrender to the divine. You need to release negative thoughts, I'm hearing, and really feel more positive about yourself. Be in your personal power and confidence and really let go. This is a process of surrendering and letting go. So we are going to read Surrender to the Divine, and we're going to see what this message says for you guys, okay? Okay, so Surrender to the Divine says, the very word climax brings all sorts of ideas and images to mind. Agreed? But it really is the feeling of this card. Life is coming to a head, a point, a conclusion, or a turning point. There may be some kind of change and possibly even some sort of emotional explosion. Tune into your emotions now and see what they're telling you. They're very likely close to the surface no matter when in the moon cycle you've pulled this card. Matters will soon conclude, and you'll find out whether or not your wishes are going to come true. The odds are in your favor, as this is a positive card, but you may need to work harder than usual to keep cool as events unfold. And remember, you guys, we had a fiery climax approaches the full moon in Aries. So Aries can represent having emotional outbursts, explosion of emotions coming out of them when they're upset. They tend to act like a baby because they're the first sign of the zodiac, which does represent the baby, the infant. And it's a stage where it's like, me, I want this, I want your attention, you know, and when they don't get the attention on them, or their emotions aren't being recognized, they have temper tantrums. They act out, they cry, they get angry, they act very much like a baby. So Spirit is really saying, you need to deal with your emotions in a healthy and constructive way. And if you feel upset with somebody, you have to learn how to communicate with them in a proper way where your communication is effective, it's clear, you're not so much being emotional or over emotional or getting angry at the other person or yelling or fighting with them, but more you're approaching the situation with love, understanding, forgiveness, listening to the other person, caring what the other person has to say, and really listening to their needs and wants and where they're coming from their own perspective of the situation. And so that's one thing I'm getting for you guys. But with surrender to the divine, Spirit is saying to tune into your emotions now and see what they're telling you. They're very likely close to the surface no matter when in the moon cycle you've pulled this card. Matters will soon conclude and you'll find out whether or not your wishes are going to come true. The odds are in your favor, but you may need to work harder than usual to keep cool as events unfold. So allow things to unfold naturally. Don't try to force or control anything to happen in your life. This is a positive card, but you do need to understand that some things are out of our control. So we do need to release and surrender to the divine at this time, okay? Now, when you attune to the moon, you're saying, I'm getting the answers I need. This card also represents a wish you made, maybe about to come true. It's make or break time. There could be a sense of madness in the air. Breathe deep and stay calm. You may need to forgive someone to release negative energy, and it's time to let go of the past and move on. So you guys, there's a major message here where Spirit is saying we need to master our own emotions. We need to stay calm and collective as things are unfolding naturally, okay? So it is important for us to surrender to God, surrender to the inner guidance that we are receiving from Spirit, our angels, okay, our ancestral guides. I feel we need to be in an energy more of listening rather than speaking or talking, and we really need to go within our own spirit and heal anything that needs to be healed within us, whether it's negative emotions or feeling anger or resentment towards another person because of the outcome or the way things turned out between you guys. It's important to accept what is and release and let go of the past. That way you're prepared for a brand new cycle to begin in your life, okay? So we need to just keep releasing and letting go and healing. We're still in that type of energy right now. Now underneath the energy is gaining momentum. We have the message, meditate and contemplate the new moon in Pisces. Now Pisces also represents a completion. Pisces also represents surrendering to the divine. It's a very spiritual sign of unconditional love, being forgiving, but it also represents deep contemplation and being in an energy of meditation. So really going within yourself. So Spirit is saying, as things are unfolding, trust the universe, release and let go of anything that you know is no longer serving you, and take some time to go within Spirit to reflect and meditate, okay? So we're gonna read the new moon in Pisces for you guys, and we're gonna see what this is saying. Okay, so for the new moon in Pisces, this is such a beautiful card, you guys, and you could feel very much at a tug of war between you and your emotions within yourself, because the fishes, the Pisces in the zodiac, it represents two fishes that are tied together, and one is going upstream and the other one is going downstream, which represents conflicting emotions within the self. So with Pisces, since it's a water sign and it's a very emotional sign, it's one of the most psychic and sensitive signs of anyone in the entire zodiac. This is saying we really, as we're going through releasing, purging, we're healing, and we're going within selves, we could be feeling a lot of conflicting energies within ourselves, almost like you're in a battle within yourself and you're not sure which direction to go into, what to do, because you're feeling different types of ways. So Spirit is saying that is why you need to meditate and contemplate. That way you can really see what is happening on an emotional level within yourself, and you're able to release and let go of, you know, emotions that have been maybe causing a lot of chaos within yourself or in your life, okay? So meditate and contemplate says, this card speaks of dreams and romance, of soulmates and poetry. It suggests there's a new start coming your way that's connected to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being in a totally altered state. So some of you guys feel like you're really in between world right now. I've been feeling that way completely. You're like in a headspace of like, maybe some of you guys are feeling really daydreaming, or you're really like within your emotions. You're more in an emotional state of being, and it's hard to concentrate in life, like when you're at work or you're doing like practical things. It may be hard to concentrate for some of you guys, because Pisces does represent a fantasy illusion type of energy. They can escape through their emotions. So you may feel somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being in a totally altered state. It says there could be confusion and disappointment if that's what you've had before and that's what you're expecting. However, if you're onto a good thing, then wish hard, because the words of your soul and your heart could help bring about the manifestation of your dreams. If that sounds a little wet and watery, then that's Pisces for you. This is the last sign of the zodiac, and the new moon in Pisces can suggest a last-ditch chance to make your dreams come true. So I keep hearing in a lot of the messages, you guys, if you're really focused on your dreams coming true and you're putting in all the hard work and you're taking action towards what you want to accomplish in your life, then this is going to happen for you. You're going to make your dreams a reality. For some of you, you could be in an altered state of consciousness right now where you're kind of an illusion. You're in an illusion within yourself on an emotional level that you're trying to get out of, and you're still healing. So it may be harder for you to take action at this time, or put in the hard work that you need to put in to make your wishes and dreams come true. So Spirit is saying to take some time to meditate, okay? Use your feelings to guide your way. Logic won't work right now. Face your fears. They may be holding you back. This situation is being healed, and it's time to surrender to the divine. Oh my God, that was the message we got right before that card, you guys, was surrender to the divine. Holy moly. So Spirit is saying, you guys, it's time to surrender to the divine. Avoid being deceptive or willingly deceived. So avoid people that emotionally manipulate you. Avoid people that play mind games or are narcissists, or just make you maybe not feel good about yourself or drain your energy. If you know people like this in your life, you guys, or you recently let go and released a person that was like this, that was deceptive or secretive or emotionally manipulative, whatever it may be, Spirit is saying to really close that chapter in your life. Don't allow yourself to be willingly deceived, because sometimes we do it to ourselves, okay? If you have an intuitive feeling about someone or something in your life and it doesn't feel right, you need to listen to your divine guidance and intuition you're receiving within yourself, and really cut that person out of your life if it's not serving you, okay? So really face your fears. Spirit is saying they may be holding you back. The situation you're asking about is being healed, and it's time to surrender to the divine, okay? So allow your emotions free reign, you guys. Allow yourself to express your emotions. For some of you, I'm getting in the collective, like journaling or writing how you feel, maybe even writing poetry for some of you guys. That may help you release emotions that need to be let go of. Whenever you write something down on paper, it's like it's getting out of you. So it's important to use your creative energy at this time, whether it's painting, drawing, journaling, writing, whatever it may be. You guys, use your creative energy to really delve deep into your emotions and delve deep into yourself and see what needs to be released and let go of and what needs to be healed, okay? That's going to be really important at this time. And we do have the moon in Cancer right now, and Cancer is also a water sign like Pisces, and Cancer represents your home life, your environment, family, siblings, children. So this is a time to really heal family, heal relationships with other people. But if you guys have done this work already, or that doesn't apply, this is a time for you to really heal your emotional self, okay? To heal childhood wounds that are coming up, heal traumas that you've been through. Just really release any negative emotional energies within yourself. Let them go completely. That way you can really come into your higher self and what spirit, what spirit wants for you. We need to be in the highest version of who we're meant to be in this lifetime. And the only way we can get to where we want to go and be in our soul's purpose and destiny is by really releasing the old, the shadow self, working through the shadow self, the dark side, and releasing a lot of stuff that does not serve us. There's a lot of things that were told to you guys as a child, okay? Because I'm getting this for the collective. A lot of people went through deep childhood wounds, and this came from your parents. Some of you guys were neglected entirely by your mother or your father. You were neglected by parents. Some of you guys, maybe they didn't pay attention to you. They didn't give you the emotional support you needed. For others of you, you could have been raised by a single parent, whether that was a mother or father. Maybe they were gone all the time working like 2 or 3 jobs, and you were kind of left by yourself, and you had to grow up really fast and take responsibility. So a lot of you guys, I'm getting there's a lot of emotional wounds that comes from your childhood that need to be released and let go of, because a lot of this, it's real what happened to you, the trauma's real, but it's an illusion of what you're feeling about yourself, if that makes sense. So even though you went through abandonment issues with family, or maybe you were emotionally neglected or left by a parent, or your parents divorced, whatever it may be, you need to understand that now you're grown, now you're an adult, now you have the power to speak your voice, now you have the power to express yourself and create your own reality. So you need to look at that as, this happened to me to help me grow spiritually and to evolve and get rid of these fears, to really face your inner fears and demons, and whatever needs to be released, just keep letting it out of you, whether you need to cry, you need to lay in bed and sleep. You need to go ground in nature. You need to just have time to yourself, to be in solitude and not be around anyone in your life. Whatever you feel is the best thing for you to do, that's what Spirit is saying you need to do, okay? So if you know you need to heal, take time to yourself to heal. If you know you need to go to the gym or you need to ground in nature, take some time to go ground or exercise or get your body moving. Whatever it is for you guys, you know within your own spirit, okay? So Spirit wants me to tell you, after the message, meditate and contemplate and really delve deep into your inner emotional realm and feel what it is that you need to feel, and allow your emotions free reign. As you do this, it's going to help you heal, you guys. It's going to help you release what no longer is serving you, and it's going to help you, it's just going to elevate you to a completely higher version of who you're meant to be. It's going to elevate your consciousness. I feel a lot of you guys are really taking out the time to heal your childhood wounds, to meditate, to go within Spirit, and that's absolutely beautiful. This is exactly what we need to do. And Spirit is saying, after meditate and contemplate, they're reminding you, you are good enough, okay? This is the full moon in Virgo, and Virgo does represent, really focusing on your sense of self, your identity, your self-worth, your confidence, and Spirit is saying you are good enough. So some of you guys have deep childhood wounds, or you just may have fears or insecurities within yourself that is really stopping you from moving into the best life that you could possibly have, okay? This energy of not feeling good enough, of low self-esteem, confidence issues, whatever it may be for you, Spirit is reminding you, you are a child of God. You are perfect in just the way you are, okay? We need to understand, you guys, that we're all different, but we all have something to bring to the table, okay? We all have gifts and talents to share with the world. We are all beautiful, divine beings of God. And when you remember how powerful you are and you fully step into your power and you own this about yourself, this is when you understand how good enough you really are, that you are deserving of money, you are deserving of all the abundance in the world, you're deserving of a beautiful soulmate connection that has, that's an even give and take where you guys balance each other out. You have the ability within you to really be a powerful manifester, okay, and really create the reality that you want. So let's go ahead and read, you guys, the full moon in Virgo, and we're going to see what this is saying. Okay, So you are good enough. This is saying it's time to be really honest with yourself and understand what's led you to ask your question. Have you been humble to the point of being self-effacing? Humility is good, but it can go too far. And drawing this card suggests you may be underrating yourself. You don't have to be flash, just quietly certain that you are good enough. At the other end of the scale, you also need to honestly answer this question: have you been too picky? The full moon in Virgo card needs some truthful answers. Once you've given them, it should be easier to see how you got where you are. Your next step should then be more obvious to you. Pay attention to the details. Hard work brings results. Okay, so Spirit is really saying with you are good enough. Spirit is saying find a balance between the cosmic and the mundane in your daily life. Worrying too much will attract more things to worry about. Yeah, Virgo is a sign of worrying, overanalyzing. They represent Mercury, which is our intellect, our mind. Mercury represents your mind, and your mind can play tricks on you. So make sure that you guys aren't over worrying or being in this very picky energy, okay? Spirit is saying, have you been overly critical? An apology may be in order. Stop second guessing yourself and raise your karma by doing something good for someone else. So this may be a time to give to others and not be selfish, be like me, me, me. You may need to find a balance between giving to yourself and giving to others, if that applies to you guys. Now, the full moon in Virgo, it's also a time to declutter your life, your home, and your office. It's time to sort what's good in your life from what's not serving you. It's also the time to clear out your energies via salt baths and meditations, and to practice getting more grounded by walking barefoot. No matter when you draw this card, it's a reminder that any time is a good time to start living a healthier life. Okay, you guys, that is a very powerful message. So some of you guys may need to declutter your home, maybe get rid of old things, organize your house, throw away garbage. Some of you guys could be actually renovating your home is what I'm getting for some of you guys, or moving or relocating. For others of you, Spirit is just reminding you, you are good enough. You just need to have balance between your spiritual inner life and the practical side of life, and also be giving, but don't be overly giving of yourself. There needs to be a balance between giving to others and giving to yourself, okay? So find a balance between the cosmic and the mundane in your daily life, okay? That's gonna be very important. It is a time, you guys, I do feel with Scorpio season, it's very, very powerful energies coming in. And it's a time where we really need to get rid of old energies, and we need to get more organized, and we need to really stay focused on our dreams and what we're wanting to accomplish. It's a powerful time of transformation and going through the death and rebirth cycle, okay? So the old is dying away in your life, and there's a new you that is emerging like the phoenix rising out of the ashes. So as we learn the really important soul lessons that we need to learn at this time, we are literally burning away all the impurities of our old self. We're burning away who we once recognized ourselves to be, and we're not even recognizing that person anymore because that person no longer exists. It's transformed into someone brand new. We're new people now. We've learned a lot of karmic lessons. We know what we're willing to take and not willing to take anymore as far as our relationships and people around us. And a lot of us are really going to be completely transforming our lives for the better. So this is all amazing energy, you guys. So don't think because you're purging and you're healing that it's going to be in that energy forever, that you may be sad forever, you may never find anyone again, or whatever you're feeling, because some people in the collective may feel very sad or depressive or feel lost at this time. Just know that as long as you surrender to the divine and you release and let go of what no longer serves you, it's going to bring more abundant opportunities and new energies into your life. You just have to understand what's happening, okay? That's why we have to go within spirit and reflect and really understand why these things have taken place in our lives and what lessons needed to be learned and overcome so that we can rise out of it. right? Like the phoenix rising from the ashes. Let the old you burn away. Okay, that could be your ego that you were in for all these years that was not serving you. Could be a lot of past life energy where you were playing out karmic cycles. But now that you went through all those lessons and you overcame, now you're coming out of that energy and you're rising out of it. You're being reborn into a brand new version of yourself that is going to be way more powerful and way more advanced and just flying and being free and embracing change and new opportunities. Okay, so now we also have the new moon in Gemini coming out, and it says communication is key. So as you guys surrender to the divine, you release and let go of old chapters in your lives, old cycles that kept playing out over and over again. When you really let go and you let go of control, you let go of the outcome of what's going to happen or take place, and you're in the flow of the universe, that's when all of a sudden somebody may reach out to communicate with you. You may reconcile with this person if it's a romantic relationship. If it has to do with a friendship, a family matter, or something else, there could be a win-win outcome is what Spirit is telling me. So things are going to be balanced out, you guys. You just have to release and surrender to the divine. But we're going to read the communication as key, and we'll see what that is talking about. And then I just have a couple more messages, you guys, and I will be all done. So let's see the new moon in Gemini. All right, so new moon in Gemini, and new moons do represent new beginnings, new ways of communicating with people, new ways of socializing, and also meeting new people could be in the works for you guys as well. So Spirit is saying a successful relationship usually comes down to one thing, communication. And the new moon in Gemini is all about the start of a new cycle for communicating with the person at the center of your question. Talking things through is the answer to whatever it is you're asking about. If you can't talk to that person, you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, and all other forms of communication will also help you now. If the issue you're asking about concerns a sibling or neighbor, there is a new start coming. A time to wipe the slate clean and start over. This card also suggests you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again. But most importantly, drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. Okay, so Spirit is saying it's time to tell someone how you feel. Don't be all in your head and not in your heart. Someone is flirting with you, and read more books. So Spirit is saying now is the time to really communicate with someone that you've been thinking about, you guys. So if this has to do with a romantic relationship, you may need to express your feelings, or you may need to say something that you've been wanting to say to this person, but you haven't yet. So Spirit is saying it is time to send that person an email, a text message, or maybe directly talk to this person. That way you can work out any issues and rebalance the relationship. Now, for others of you, if it isn't a romantic relationship, this could just be to improve your communication skills within your job, your career, maybe with coworkers, with your boss, with family members. Gemini does represent siblings and family. So even if you had like an argument or fight with a sibling or a family member, you may need to reach out and communicate with them to tell them exactly how you feel. Now, it doesn't mean that this person has to be in your life if you don't want them to be. There may just be a point that comes where you guys need to speak your truth, and you really need to stand up for what you believe in, and you need to tell them your own point, your own perspective, or what you feel went wrong in the situation, or how you feel towards them. So there is a need, you guys, at this time to really have better communication skills and learn to be more effective in our communication without arguing or fighting, okay? So the last two bonus messages that I drew for you guys, these actually kind of came out together. We have bring love into the situation, the new moon in Aquarius, and then we also had the new moon in Leo. Confidence is key to your success. So as you guys are bringing love into a situation that needs to be healed, you need to be confident within yourself. You need to own your power. Spirit is saying to set healthy boundaries with someone in your life, okay? So if in the past you guys got in a lot of arguments and fights with this person, or just for some reason it was toxic, there was something that was not working out, Spirit is saying to approach the situation with love and forgiveness, okay? So we can do this, you guys, without arguing or fighting, okay? So it's important to bring love into the situation, to be in a higher version of yourself, okay? To really, you can speak to someone and tell them, hey, you know what? I'm sorry for how I handled things in the past, but I just want to let you know that I really do love you. I want to work on our relationship. I want to improve things with you. And you can be very confident and stand in your power and set healthy boundaries between you and this other person. Now, for some of you guys, if you completely released a person out of your life and you don't want to start a new beginning with them or reconcile with them, Spirit is saying just to really ground your energy, be in your confidence, own your power, but just be forgiving, but bring love into the situation, okay? There's no need to hold on to resentment or anger or be mad at anybody. Even if they totally deceived you and did you wrong, you still need to forgive them, because when you forgive them, you're also forgiving yourself, and that's gonna help you to move on from the past, okay? So I just wanna read this last message, bring love into the situation, you guys. And we're going to see what this is saying, because I feel like this message is really important. So this is the new moon in Aquarius, and we are in the Aquarian age right now. So this energy is going to be very important for you guys in the collective. So Spirit is saying Aquarius is all about progress and modernity. So this is the time to move forwards. The new moon in Aquarius card means no looking back. Change is on its way, and it could come quickly. Whether you get the change you want depends both on whether you believe you can have it and how much you're relying on others to bring it to you. This card comes with the suggestion that you may need to do things independently on your own, but be loving, not too pragmatic. Time may be of the essence when this card comes up. Aquarius energy has an electric feel to it. Certainly there's a sense that you need to let go of the past and move towards your future as soon as possible. So Spirit is saying you need to be more detached from the situation. Thinking outside the box will bring the solution. More pragmatism is called for, and improve your karma by doing some charitable work. Okay, very interesting. So Spirit is saying to really bring love into the situation by being loving but not being too pragmatic. They're saying that you need to let go of the past for sure and move towards your future as soon as possible. And the way that you're going to get to your future and get there as soon as possible is by owning your power and being confident in yourself. Leo is the opposite of Aquarius, okay? So in astrology, they're polar opposites, you guys. Aquarius and Leo are completely opposite from one another. Aquarius is more the giver and the humanitarian. They want to help serve humankind, okay? They're very much a giving sign. Leo is more about the self and owning their power, being confident. They're more like the entertainer on the stage that is there to amuse you, entertain you. A lot of Leos are actors or actresses or musicians, entertainers. They like to be the center of attention, okay? They do rule over creativity and they do rule the sun, but it's very much about owning your power. It's about your own self journey and really owning your power. So they're really good at being focused on themselves and honoring their needs and wants and being in their power. So I do feel Spirit is saying to really let go of the past, and as you're healing and you let go of the past, it's time to move forward as fast as possible and really just own your power, okay? Own your power, own who you are, stand your ground, be in your confidence, and keep moving forward no matter what is going on, okay? Now, the last two messages to end this collective reading for you guys, these are absolutely beautiful. We have Destiny, the number 10. So this comes down to a number 1 in numerology, which represents a new path unfolding for you guys, a new cycle beginning. This is the Wheel of Fortune in the traditional tarot. And how beautiful. We have the Universe, which is the World card that came out for you guys. And this is the number 21, which represents the number 3 in numerology. So Spirit is saying you are ending a karmic cycle. You're graduating from all the lessons, all those karmic lessons that were so hard to work through. You have graduated from this, and now the world is at your feet, you guys. The world is ready for you. As you heal yourself and you release those karmic issues, you integrate the soul lessons you've learned, and you just embrace life and move forward with the changes that have occurred, you're really graduating, you're accelerating, you're going through spiritual evolution of the soul, okay? And you're ending this cycle so that you can really come into a brand new beginning in your life. So this is absolutely beautiful. I love that the Wheel of Fortune and the World card came out together, because the energy is gaining momentum, like I said, and that's exactly what we're going through. Is as we're putting an end to doors that need to close in our life, we're like literally moving into a brand new portal. We're moving into a brand new direction of our soul's purpose and where we're meant to be, as we're releasing the old and we're letting go. So we do need to be, we need to embrace change, and we need to keep working on ourselves on an emotional level, spiritual level, even physical level. We need to really elevate ourselves at this time through meditation, grounding, breath work, spending time in solitude to work on yourself, really making your dreams come true and taking action towards your soul's purpose, because the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor, you guys. So it's not always turning. So as this time, as we're beginning a brand new cycle, and there's the Wheel of Fortune is turning, this means that you will be manifesting the reality that you want, okay? So it's going to be manifesting really quickly. It's going to be accelerating and coming into your life very fast. So this is new relationships, new friendships, new job, new career opportunity, more money, more abundance coming into your life. It's like all these brand new energies coming in, okay, as you allow this change to work into your life. So that is what I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please take a moment, you guys, to like and subscribe to my channel, Aqua Starlight Oracle. I would greatly appreciate it. Please like that video if you checked out this whole video. And I hope it resonated with you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.